It's Melanin VibeZ back with another video. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. In today's video, y'all not gonna see my face because the girl's looking crazy, okay? But it is all about the cookies anyway. So as you can see from the title, I'm gonna be making some sugar cookies. This is a tradition in my family. We do it every year around Christmas time, typically around like Christmas Eve, but I'm doing it a little bit early, so we're gonna get straight into it. I already have all my ingredients, and I'm just gonna start mixing everything up. I'm gonna be doing some cutouts, so I will have to spread some flour and use my rolling pin. So I'm gonna hurry up and do the mix really quick, and then we will get into the fun part. So let's go. So I have my bowl here, and I'm just gonna empty out the mix. I'm going to crack my egg and put it in there. And I'm also going to take my stick of melted butter and let's get to mixing. Okay, so now that we have our dough, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is sprinkle down some flour before we put the dough out. And I'm gonna have to kind of form this dough a little more. The best way to do that is by hand. So I'm just going to lay out, just want to cover the surface. Put some flour on our rolling pin. And y'all, I used to love doing this as a child, just making a mess. It was always so fun. So I always try to keep the tradition alive, and I also want to do this with my children someday. So I'm gonna keep that tradition going. So what I'm gonna do now is take my dough, and I wanna form it a little bit just to make sure I get everything mixed together. All right, so now that we have this, I'm gonna start to roll it out. My cutouts, I have them in some flour just to make sure that they're not sticking too bad. So we're gonna go in with our first one. We'll do a snowman. Then I'll do a star. Then I'll do a gingerbread man. Can't forget the candy cane. We have a stocking, and we also have a bell. So now what I'm gonna do is pull away the extra dough, because we're gonna roll this again to make more. And I already have the oven preheated. And I actually could have just pulled these out and did more before I did this, but I'm so extra, y'all. And I also have a spatula where I'm just going to scoop up the cookies, and I put this in flour as well, just so that I don't mess up any of the cookies. And I'm just adding them to my pan as I go. I'm trying to be really gentle just so that I don't mess up the shape. This one looks like it's not going to cooperate with me. So this first batch, you guys, may be a little bit ugly. I actually don't like the way that one came out. So I'm just gonna put that back in the pile and we'll just do it again. You guys, I didn't put enough flour down last time, so the first batch didn't turn out as pretty as it could have. Some of them I actually put back in here, so I'm gonna coat it a little bit better this time because they were actually sticking and it was making it harder for me. Flatten this back out. There we go. Perfect. I'm going to put these in the oven and we will check on them in about 15 minutes and we're going to start rolling out more. Cutting some more of these up so by the time those are done, we'll be able to have some more to put right in. All right, you guys, so I have the second batch in. I just took the first batch out and you guys, they are so ugly. I'm so upset. So don't know what happened there, but probably because of the flour. But what I'm gonna do is just finish cutting these out so I can have my next batch ready. I'll come back once I have them all done and they're cooled off so that we can go ahead and frost them and we'll do a taste test. So stay tuned. All right, you guys, so the cookies are done, and let's just say that I went a little overboard. Y'all, I end up making 30 cookies, and as you can see, these are our colors, and you can kind of tell which ones are the first batch. Like, these ones are a little more ugly than, like, look at that one compared to this candy cane. But these are what they look like, you guys, before we frost them. So we're gonna go ahead and get this frosting because your girl is tired, y'all. And I still gotta let these dry a little bit after we frost them and put them in the containers. But I'm just gonna use a few little Christmas trays to add the cookies to, and we will be done. So let's get into it. Start with my green. And I'm not a professional baker, y'all, so I'm really just gonna frost these really quickly. It's not gonna be anything pretty or fancy. Up, y'all, I'm already making a mess. I got it on my shirt. This is another one of my favorite parts when I was little because I used to be licking all the frosting off my fingers. I used to purposely get frosting on my fingers so I have a reason to lick it off. I love sweets, y'all. This is what our little guy looks like. And we're gonna put him off to the side. And I'm gonna do blue. So I've done 15 so far. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other 15 and I will come back and show you guys what they look like. Stay tuned. All right, we are done frosting them. Like I said, y'all, I am not a professional, so do not come for my frosting skills. But we are done. Here are the rejects. I'll always make one that's mixed with all the colors. But these are it. Some of the ugly ones I'm probably gonna give to my friend. But these are the cookies. So yes, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in with me. I really appreciate the love. Thank you for allowing me to share a family tradition with you guys. I really appreciate all the support. You already know who it is. It's Melanin VibeZ. Keep going, keep growing. Bye.